Welcome to Old Town Mariposa. My name is Bob Borchard. We're broadcasting live from the famous Mariposa Hotel, historic Mariposa Hotel. I have with me today Grace Magsayo from Caltrans. And Grace is a project engineer, project manager?
Project manager.
For the district.
For the district, for the Ferguson Project.
And the Ferguson Project. And Grace and I have met over the last few months, and I've learned a lot about what's up with this project, and Grace is here to talk to us a little bit about it. So just a little bit about you. Could we, your background, and how did you get to come to Mariposa? You went to school, you were born and raised, and...
Sure. I was actually born in the Philippines. I immigrated here with my family when I was 11 years old. Mm-hmm. Lived in Fresno, went to high school in Fresno, and eventually went to San Luis Obispo at Cal Poly to study civil engineering. Mm-hmm. And once,
so you're kind of a hometown girl.
Yes, somewhat. Central Valley.
Yeah. Cool. And you graduated with civil engineering from SLO?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite places.
It's mine too.
Cool. And you started working with District 10?
I started working in District 10 in 2006.
And District 10 is Caltrans has what, 12?
We have 12 districts.
12 districts, and District 10 encompasses Mariposa County.
Yes.
And most of Merced County and Stanislaus County, I've worked with District 10 before. And the Ferguson Slide Project, and maybe we could talk a little bit about that. We have a public information process going on right now.
Yes, we do. We are currently holding public or town hall meetings. We held one last night at the Mariposa government building, and tonight we'll be holding another one in El Portal at the
One
school.
of the things that you won't believe this, but what we're doing is eternal. And so when you say tonight, we're talking about Wednesday,
yes,
the 4th of March, right?
Right.
Of 2015. So we had on Tuesday, the 3rd of March, we had a town hall meeting in Mariposa, and these town hall meetings are backing up the board presentation that you did a week ago with respect to kicking this project off. And this project is kicked off, as I understand.
Yes, we have started construction.
We have started construction. I love those words. You know, this has been a one-lane bridge we've lived with for 8 years, and the economic harm has been really difficult for most business people. And the greeting that we're giving you, the enthusiasm we're giving you, we really do love you, but we really love what you're doing more. So this is pretty exciting. In these town hall meetings, what kind of questions are you getting?
The more common questions are what types of delays that the travelers should expect at the project site. How is it going to be greater time than what they're experiencing now? And we are all very happy to say that the contractor that we're working with has assured us that we should not anticipate extended delays, and they will try to keep the delays to at a minimum, if anything less than what the delays are already out there is now. So the daily traveling person is not going to experience extended delays.
You know, today an issue was brought up. You know, I talked to a lot of people. We're in business downtown Mariposa, and I talked to a lot of people. And one of the questions that came up was from a person who had been involved in construction in these mountains for many, many years. And landslides are living things. They are constantly moving. And he was curious about the safety. When you go in and start digging material out of the bottom of a landslide, there's a tendency for more material to come down. Could you maybe talk to me a little bit about that?
Yes, we don't have any immediate safety concerns of this, a slide happening while we're working out there. We actually are taking precautions to make sure our workers are safe.
Mm-hmm.
You will see, within the next couple of weeks, you will see what we call cable net drapery being installed from the top, and it will be rolled down. And that the intent of that drapery is to hold off any rocks from falling onto the workers. The rocks, instead of bouncing off and erratically going down to where we may have workers.
I've heard a little bit about this. Maybe you could describe that for us a little bit. Cable net drapery, and it, as I understand it, it's physically going to be placed at the top of the slide by helicopters.
Yes, we're actually installing the cable anchors at the top this week and next week, and you will see rolls of, at the side we already have rolls of this cable net drapery. It looks like your chain link fencing material, but it's specially designed to hold off the rocks from basically bouncing off.
Excellent. So this is it's going to be a big deal. One of the things that we have trouble with up here is looky-loos. When we have a fire, for instance, traffic management gets to be a big concern for the fire protection people, keeping that traffic moving, because people want to stop and take pictures and that sort of thing. Have you got a plan in place to try to keep?
For the first phase of the project, we have what we call pilot cars. During the times that the construction is active, mainly during the days, we will turn off the signal lights, and we will have pilot cars and flaggers at each end of the bridges, and they will escort cars from one side to the other. And that is how we're going to make sure everybody keeps moving, and we will have personnel on site, and if they see that happening, they will be making sure that they notify the travelers not to get back in their cars and keep going.
Excellent. You know, one of the things that, having been in your place in a couple of situations, it would be nice to be able to say something. Is there something you want to tell us about this project in terms of your experience with it, your experience with our community, or?
Sure. What I would actually like to tell the community of Mariposa and El Portal is we appreciate the patience you all have had with us. We've had to take this project through a very lengthy process, and that lengthy process has gotten us here with this exciting project. We're building a rock shed structure. This is going to be only the second structure in the state of its kind. So we as a district, we're looking at this as a signature project. We have gone through great lengths to make sure what we design and we build out there is going to complement the area. We understand the sensitivities out in that canyon with the Merced River being wild and scenic, and we have the hillside. It's just a beautiful setting, so we have really gone through a lot of analysis and propose a design that will hopefully the whole community will look at and appreciate and actually call it their own.
And we have public information access via telephone.
Yes.
The number you've been given is
area code 209-948-7176.
And if people have questions, they can dial that number.
Yes.
And also, District 10 probably has a website, and if somebody wanted to Google Caltrans District 10, they would probably find something on there. There would be an update about this. I know Caltrans has been really good about keeping the public informed, and their use of technology has been pretty advanced. Thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And your investment in time in our community, coming here and telling us what's going on, has been really appreciated. And for the folks out there, thank you very much for joining us, and hope to see you again soon.